I think it's pretty safe to say that Naruto is one of the strongest ninja ever. With that being said, I know it can be hard to think, what if he was even stronger? Unless, of course, you were writing Dragon Ball Z, in which case he just needs to take his ass to the hyperbolic time chamber. Am I right, Toriyama? But seriously, Naruto is extremely powerful for the Naruto universe, but I think he would be even stronger if his parents hadn't died. I know what you're thinking. Shut up, he wouldn't even be able to use the Nine Tails chakra without his parents having died. I'm clicking on a good video. Well, that is fair, but before you do that, maybe you should hear me out. I have a few reasons why I think Naruto would be even stronger with his parents alive, but first, I want to explain how I see powerful jutsus in a generational sense. In our world, someone can save up money for a lifetime or build a business from nothing and pass these things on to their kids in order to give them a head start on life. Some people in our world even come from quote-unquote old money, meaning money that was built up and added onto for multiple generations. Jutsu in Naruto can work very similarly to money in our world. I mean, there is that saying, money is power, am I right? And in Naruto, a powerful jutsu is just that. Powerful. Does anyone remember when Might Dai was introduced into Naruto? He was the father of Might Guy. Might Dai was not a powerful ninja by any means, so in other words, he was poor. But like some parents that were born in unfortunate circumstances, he wanted a better life for his son. So he worked tirelessly for 20 years to perfect a taijutsu where he could increase his strength exponentially by opening up the 8 inner gates. He worked his whole life to give his son a chance at a better life by passing on his life work, his jutsu. Another example of this is with Kakashi and Sasuke. They were considered geniuses from an early age in the academy and constantly outperformed their peers. But I would argue that they were not geniuses and that they were actually just recipients of old money. Kakashi's dad was known to be a badass ninja, and Sasuke came from not only the Uchiha clan, but the strongest Uchiha family. You might argue that they are actually gifted, that not everyone could do what they have done, even with their family's help. And let me tell you why I don't think that's quite how it works. At a young age, Naruto was not a great ninja. In fact, if you ask anyone in the Leaf Village, they would actually describe him as a bad ninja, or even a failure. But even this kid that failed the academy twice, and wasn't even a genin yet, got a hold of the Forbidden Scroll for one day, and he was able to master Shadow Clone Jutsu. For me, this reminds me a lot of playing a very difficult video game with a strategy guide. That scroll told him where the hidden Easter eggs were. It told him,
go up, up, down, down, left, right, be a star, and you're going to do that right.
Sure, Naruto is gifted at making shadow clones because he was born with an immense amount of chakra, but the fact still remains that he most likely would have never figured out how to make shadow clones on his own. I think most strong ninja in Naruto are strong because they are the culmination of the strong ninja that came before them. Most strong ninja like Sasuke, Kakashi, Neji, Shikamaru were taught their family's most powerful jutsus and taught to safeguard that power. The only ninja that seemed to be truly gifted in a genius fashion to me were Itachi and the second Hokage. Itachi taught himself Shadow Clone Jutsu just to ditch school. He saw his dad do Fireball Jutsu once and said, weak shit, check this out. He was just naturally good at the game, and he didn't need the strategy guide. The second Hokage was so gifted, he basically wrote the strategy guide. So often in Naruto, you hear someone speak of a powerful jutsu, and more often than not, the second made it. Besides those two exceptions, it seems to me that most people in Naruto need a lot of help in developing techniques, which brings me to my main point. Naruto's dad was so strong, other villages had one rule they must follow if they encounter him: run. He was so strong, no one even knew how his teleportation jutsu worked. They thought he was so fast that they couldn't see him. They literally thought he could be in multiple places at once. They thought he was God. There is no doubt in my mind that if Naruto's dad hadn't died, then Naruto would be even stronger. He would have that teleportation technique. Maybe they would have even perfected the Rasengan together. Or maybe they would have created new and even more powerful jutsu. Naruto would have been so far ahead from such a young age. He would have still had the same goal he was shooting for. A lot of boys want to grow up to do what their dad does. On top of that, the whole time his dad would have been getting stronger. Eventually, they might have even pushed each other to become stronger and develop a new powerful jutsu together. But before I get carried away, even though I think he would have been stronger on paper, I'm not so sure he would have accomplished as much if his dad had lived. I know that sounds weird, but let me explain. In Boruto, Naruto has essentially ended all chances of war. And while that is partly due to his strength, it is also due to his ideals. You see, strength alone means that you or your village won't be attacked. But Naruto always wants to save everyone. He hears out every opponent, no matter how evil they seem to be or what they have done. You might think, well, that's just part of his character. He would have been like that even if his parents lived. But I beg to differ. I don't know who all remembers, but Gaara used to be quite the psychopath. And rightfully so. His childhood, for a lack of a better term, was fucked. But Naruto understood Gaara's pain. They became friends. He even inspired him to become the Kazekage. That's one of many ways he made real change in the world, not through sheer strength alone, but instead because he learned a very important lesson from a young age. Naruto knew what it was like to truly be alone. He knew what it was to be truly hated and to have to figure out this difficult video game with no strategy guide and no one who cared. He changed Pain's mind instead of taking his revenge. He brought Sasuke back. It took all of Shippuden. Shippuden is actually Japanese for bring Sasuke back. Naruto lost his parents so that the world could gain the hero they desperately needed. He broke the chain of revenge, which was the true underlying villain in all of Naruto. Even though I think Naruto with a dad is stronger on paper, I don't think he would win a fight to the death against Naruto with no dad. Hear me out for the last time this video. Naruto with a dad fights for the Leaf Village. Naruto with no dad fights for the world. He has gained a special inner strength from his hardships that give him the edge when chakra runs out. So I'm glad we got the Naruto that we got, but I do admit, it would be cool to see the Naruto universe where his parents didn't die. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below. Like, I really need that. You know, it really keeps me going. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. They are directly linked to my happiness levels. But seriously, thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you can't believe in yourself, believe in me. Believe in the me that believes in you. And I'll see you in the next video.